Thomas, this looks fantastic. I really think this was a great choice, this particular piece. And the way you cropped it, I think is very, very smart. There's a couple of things. The more I look at this, and I'm looking at the typeface, which is where I closed your paper, darn it. Um, Let me just, okay, hang on. Sorry about that. Dido, you were talking about using Dido, and I'm so sorry that that got by me because I immediately thought something that was a little odd when you mentioned it in your original paper, and I looked through the video and I didn't mention it. So I think the typeface is too old for the piece. I do. Let's zoom in here a little bit. And let's take a look at how modern and bouncy this is and how traditional and stuffy and kind of old world this is. I think there's a disconnect there. I hate to be really cliche about this, but boy, I'd say this has to be set in universe. I mean, it's just such a giant move in typography that it's almost it's almost sacrilegious not to use universe when the name Adrian Fruitiger comes up. But I don't want to be super cliche about it. But in this case, honestly, I think it's one of the variations of universe is going to be probably a Roman version is going to be meaning straight up and down, not no slant, no italic. Um, is going to be your answer here. I really do. Okay, the other thing is this. I would bring this last line up. I would because and room to breathe and allow for life. I don't think there should be a break there. I think that's a natural flowing idea that is really pertinent to the continuation of this line into this line is pertinent to the meaning of this whole thing. I think. For that reason, I would move that line up there. Plus, you've doubled up these two lines up here, so it would make sense. Not like the concrete jungle of the tenements, the room to breathe and allow for life. You see what I mean? They have the same cadence. Therefore, I would move that line up there. Change this to universe. Make sure you get that quote hung. I'm going to show you a guide right here. Okay, and then I'm going to zoom in so we can see what's going on. And you can see like to hang your quote, this T, you want to pull that over. You don't want to align the T with the top of the crossbar. You want to align it a little bit. See how it's an optical illusion. It looks like it's way off. For that reason, I would pull that T out a little bit closer so that it really is apparent that that punctuation is hanging. And the reason I say that is because it almost looks in this case it almost looks like a mistake. It is an illusion. You've done nothing wrong here. You've actually correctly hung your punctuation. However, the illusion, anytime you have that crossbar on your first letter, an I, a T, you're going to want to pull that closer to the actual margin line just to accommodate that optical illusion, make everything look as though it's aligned and that the punctuation is indeed hanging. Okay. Oh, one final thing here is that this is Swiss design. Therefore, there's a mathematical grid behind this piece. I say we use that grid and determine where we're going to place your type. So what I would do is I would just start drawing guides. Okay, there's the B right there. I draw another guide to the edge of that circle and that circle there. Okay, and then there's another one here at this end of the B. Okay, and then pick one of those. It looks like you aligned pretty well to that B. I don't know if that was your plan, but if it wasn't, it was a good placement. Then let's start drawing guides over here, and we can start to see that this should be placed probably at this intersection right there to be mathematically correct. If not, move it right up to that intersection right there. One of those two. And I think that there's a real good chance that this is going to fall right in cadence, right in line with the actual mathematical grid. So I would use those marks to your advantage to create an area where you know that it's going to be harmonious placement of the type. And you actually did a great job. I would just nudge that guy up right to there. Set that in universe and you are good to go. Great job. Thanks.